In real C# project, methods are not optional. They are the foundation of clean and maintainable code. If you don't understand how method, parameter, and return type works internally, you will struggle with OOP, dependency injection, API, and even debugging. In this video, we will understand method and parameter in C# deeply using real example and step-by-step debugging. Everything we build in C# console app, web API, desktop app is just method calling another method. So today, don't memorize syntax and instead understand how execution flow. Here I have some code. Let's execute this. And it print 30 and 15. Here this code works, but it reveals a deeper problem. The logic is tied to the specific place. If the logic changes, I must change it everywhere. And this violates one of the most important principles in software: single responsibility and reusability. Then what is the solution? The solution is use method. So what I can do here is and then call a 8 number method. Then we also have to pass the parameter. And when I run this, I got 30 and 50. Now slow down and let's understand by debugging. Now press F10 to go to the next step and F11 to go inside 8 number method. Here you can see we pass parameter 10 and 20, and the 10 is assigned to A and 20 is assigned to B. Then that number is added and printed on the screen. Again press F11. A method is a named block of code that executes in its own stack frame and return control to the caller. Currently here I write static void, and void means no return type. So in order to return something, so let's change the void to int so that we can return the integer type of value. And we also have to return the value. What do we want to return? We want to return the sum of A plus B. And also we have to provide the value here, and also we have to cache the value here. So I write, let's store the value in sum variable. Here it returns the integer type value, so I must have to cache the value in the integer type variable and then print that. And when I run this code, here it print 30. Now let's debug this and see how the execution flows. Press F11. Here it call 8 number and pass 10 and 20. Then it return 30 to the caller place, and the 30 is assigned to the sum, and it displays sum on the screen, that is 30. Here I'm trying to increase the value of x. Let's try it and see is it work or not. It print 5, that means the value of x does not change. Why this does not work? By default, C# passes a copy of value to the method. The method modifies the copy, not the original value. That's why we did not see 15, we only see the 5. And to modify the value of x, we have to use reference parameter. Let me show you how to do that. We have to write ref before int and also ref while passing the parameter. Now when I run this, I got 15, which is exactly what I want. Now let's run this in debugging mode. F11. Now it goes to the increase method. The number has 5 value. Now the number has value 15. Even though it does not return, the value of x become 15 and it return 15. So ref allow a method to work directly with the caller variable, not a copy. A method can return only one value, but sometimes a method's job is to produce data, not consume it. And for that we use out. Let's run this. It print 10 and 20, which is expected. Now let's debug. Here we call the get coordinate, and at first the x and y has 0 value. Then we assign 10 to x, 20 to y, and because of out, x got 10 and y got 20. Then we can print that value 10 and 20. So use out when the method responsibility is to generate value. Adding integer and doubles are computationally the same operation, but types are different. Let's run this and see the output. Here it print 15 and 8. Let's debug this. Here we are calling add method by passing 5 and 10. But we know that we have two methods with the same name, add. Let's see which method is called with this color. It called the first one because we pass the integer. So it call the method that has the integer and it return and print. But in a second line, here we pass the double value. Let's see which method is called with this. It called the second method because we pass the double value. So the compiler decide which method to call based on the parameter type and count. If you truly understand today's video, you understand execution flow, you understand data movement, you understand memory interaction, and this concept directly connect to the OOP, interference, and dependency injection. In the next video, we will learn array and collection. If you found this video helpful, like this video, share this video with your friend, and subscribe to my channel to learn more about C#. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.